Look closely at this color. It's the most beautiful green ever created, the shade of luxury, the definition of style. It was in their dresses, their homes, even their children's rooms. But what if I told you that this stunning color wasn't just paint? It was pure, crystallized death. For over a century, this shade killed thousands, silently and mercilessly, right inside the most fashionable homes in the world. This is the tragic, terrifying secret of the deadliest color in history. Stay tuned. Take a moment. Look at this breathtaking beauty. The artistry, the opulence, the sheer vibrancy of this green. It's a statement, a testament to wealth and fashion. But beneath this charming, irresistible shade, a dark and deadly secret lies hidden. Our journey begins not in an artist's studio, but in the laboratory of a brilliant, but perhaps slightly reckless Swedish chemist named Carl Wilhelm Scheele. The year was 1775. Scheele wasn't setting out to invent the next great color sensation. He was busy experimenting with copper and arsenic. His goal was a chemical discovery, an improved way to prepare copper arsenite. But the unintended spectacular result was the creation of a bright, dazzling, and incredibly stable green color. It was named, quite simply, Scheele's green. To truly appreciate its immediate and explosive success, you have to understand the color landscape of the time. True green was notoriously difficult to produce. Existing options were often dull, they faded quickly, or they were prohibitively expensive. Scheele's green, on the other hand, was dirt cheap, easy to manufacture in vast quantities, and possessed a unique luminescence, a pop, that was utterly irresistible. It was the it color of the Industrial Revolution, a perfect shade for a world hungry for mass-produced luxury. This new pigment quickly took the fashion and design worlds by storm. It became the ultimate symbol of wealth, progress, and modernity, making the bold fashion statements of the era. It was used everywhere, from fashionable ladies' dresses, gloves, and artificial flowers, to the paint on children's toys and the elegant packaging of food. But its biggest and most deadly impact was in the home. The stunning vibrancy of the color came directly from its fatal flaw, its high concentration of arsenic trioxide. While Scheele himself was aware of the dangers of his creation, the commercial manufacturers, driven by profit and the public's insatiable demand for the perfect green, often used excessive amounts of the compound. The pigment was essentially powdered poison. What the consumers didn't know, or perhaps what was deliberately obscured, was that they had literally invited a beautiful killer into their bedrooms, their parlors, and their children's playrooms. As Scheele's green became ubiquitous, a chilling and undeniable trend began to emerge. Reports of strange, chronic, and debilitating illnesses started to circulate, particularly among those who could afford the most fashionable green decor. Symptoms were vague and baffling to 19th century doctors. Persistent headaches, crushing fatigue, nausea, vomiting, hair loss, and severe respiratory problems. Doctors initially suspected poor ventilation, bad sanitation, or common fevers. They had no idea the killer was hiding in plain sight, coating their very walls. The main culprit wasn't just inhaling the dry arsenic dust, though that was certainly a risk in factories and while handling clothes. The real danger lay in the fashionable green wallpaper and the humid conditions of Victorian homes. When the paper became damp, a common occurrence due to poor heating and insulation, mold and fungi would start to grow on the wallpaper's paste. These microorganisms, particularly the common mold Scopuloropsis brevicalis, were the deadly catalysts. The microorganisms feeding on the paste reacted with the copper arsenite in the green pigment. The result of this terrifying chemical interaction was the release of highly toxic arsenic gas, a colorless, odorless, and incredibly deadly poison. It was a chemical reaction that transformed the walls of a cozy, elegant home into a slow, silent, and undetectable gas chamber, particularly affecting those who slept in the rooms overnight. The reports are truly heartbreaking. We have documented evidence of entire families being struck down by a mysterious wasting sickness. Perhaps the most famous, though often disputed, connection is to the death of a child in England whose mother never knew that the vibrant green nursery wallpaper was the source of their slow demise. There are chilling accounts of workers in artificial flower factories covered in the green pigment dust, suffering horrific symptoms, and stories of brides poisoned by the arsenic-laden trim on their wedding gowns as the friction of movement released toxic dust. The famed German chemist Leopold Gmelin even theorized that the death of Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte on St. Helena might be linked to the green wallpaper in his damp quarters, although this remains a highly debated historical hypothesis. Scheele's green had effectively weaponized the very concept of home comfort and style, making fashion itself a fatal choice. The truth, thankfully, could not remain hidden forever. By the 1860s, a growing body of scientific evidence, much of it compiled by rigorous investigators like Dr. William Crookes, finally established the undeniable, deadly link between the arsenic in the beautiful green pigments and the wave of mysterious illnesses and deaths. Public awareness finally began to break through the veil of deliberate ignorance and profit-driven denial. Newspapers and public health officials began to issue stark warnings, often with terrifying illustrations, urging people to strip their homes of the deadly green. However, the color was so perfect, so vibrant, and so cheap to produce that its use was not immediately or fully abandoned. Manufacturers found ways to rebrand it under different, more appealing names. The art world was deeply and inextricably intertwined with this poison. The Impressionists, driven by a desire for bright, new, permanent colors that captured the fleeting effects of light, eagerly adopted the chemically related and often mislabeled pigments like emerald grain, also based on copper acetoarsenite. Great masters like Paul Cézanne, Claude Monet, and even Van Gogh used these powerful pigments extensively. The very colors that give their masterpieces that vibrant, life-affirming glow are technically deadly. Modern analysis has confirmed that these paintings still contain traces of arsenic. It's an ironic twist. The art that sought to capture the beauty of the outdoors brought the danger of the chemical lab indoors. The continuous exposure in their studios may have contributed to some of the chronic health issues these artists experienced, creating almost a poetic, tragic link between artistic pursuit and personal health hazard. While Scheele's green slowly faded from home use and fashion, it found a second, more industrial life under the name of Paris green. This highly toxic compound was widely adopted as a powerful insecticide and pesticide used in agriculture to protect crops. Its use continued well into the mid-20th century until the devastating environmental effects of arsenic poisoning were fully understood, leading to its eventual global ban in most applications. The tragic reign of the deadly green finally came to an end due to the advancement of safer synthetic alternatives. Yet the story of Scheele's green remains a potent cautionary tale, a beautiful reminder of the hidden dangers of unchecked industrialization and the critical importance of chemical safety regulations that we rely on today. So, there you have it, the terrifying truth behind the most beautiful green. a color that was a magnificent, irresistible lie, a shade that defined an era, yet carried within it the secret of death and chronic suffering for thousands. It's a powerful reminder that even the most seemingly innocuous things in our lives, the colors we choose, the materials we use, can have a complex, sometimes sinister, and certainly fascinating history. This is just one of the thousands of amazing stories hidden within the history of color and art. If you were captivated by this thrilling historical journey, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming stories. And now I want to hear from you. What color's story would you like me to tell next? The intoxicating purple of the ancient world? The luminous, impossible blue of the sea? Let me know in the comments below.